Welcome to The Leftovers. I'm Rachel Bell. The Leftovers is audio left on the cutting room floor from last week's Your Last Meal interview. And today, you'll hear never-before-heard cuts from Jonathon Van Ness and Tan France, two members of the Fab Five on the Netflix makeover show Queer Eye. Last week on Your Last Meal, Tan talked about the role cooking plays in his life.
I really care about food. I'm not a love languages kind of person, but if I were to have a love language, it would be food. When I cook for people, it's because I love them.
Okay, I'm playing this cut because it is a foreshadowing of the conversation to come. And if you didn't listen to last week's episode with JVN and Tan, go back and do that right now. But if you're all caught up, let's get into The Leftovers. If you are a loyal listener to The Leftovers, you know what's coming. I end all of my interviews with a lightning round. Number one, what is your perfect ideal birthday cake or birthday dessert?
Tan is like the best birthday cake giver you have ever laid your eyes on. The best cakes of my life have been gifted to me by none other than Tan France. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
But I would love like a multi-tiered chocolate with then like the top one, like the base would be chocolate with chocolate icing. Middle would be funfetti with vanilla icing. And the top would be a, what would the top be?
Yeah,
one of those little rainbow cakes. I like those little like rainbow pop, a little bit of extra.
Ooh.
That tracks. For me, mine's simple. Mine would be a carrot cake with cream cheese frosting.
That is so classic.
Does your carrot cake have raisins though, Tan?
No, I don't have raisins in my carrot cake.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah. Nuts?
Nuts are fine, but I would rather not have either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like that really like cinnamony.
Yeah, Jackie. Like they're all gorgeous.
If you were going to have a double dinner party tonight, Tan, you're going to Jonathan's house and then vice versa, what would you make each other for dinner?
I wouldn't make anything. I would go to Taco Bell. What? You would be so happy with Taco Bell.
And you said that you cook for people when you love them.
No,
and
I
then
know.
you said that you wouldn't even cook me anything. Then you give
However, I provide food for people.
You better make me a homemade ass Taco Bell, Tan, or we're this.
Okay, maybe I do.
PBS is not even ready
what
for
about
this
like 3 Mexican pizzas with cream cheese frosting
literally what I was
in
thinking.
between?
I just thought I'd go out and buy every Mexican pizza from Taco Bell because
No.
Jackie, I can't imagine you would ever enjoy my food more than a Taco Bell.
Tan, that's not true because you could literally make like papadums basically as the shells of a Mexican pizza. You could do like an Indian take on Mexican pizza.
You know what? I would actually. That is a good idea. I would do that.
God, I can't believe I had to twist your arm that hard to show me your love language out here. Has our brand not been through enough in the last year? And then you got to come out here, saying you don't even want to cook me no things when that's what you do for the people that you love, Tan. That was like literally brutal.
Sorry, Jackie.
Tan is still upset with me because when we went on
Nailed it.
Yes, on Nailed It. When we went on Nailed It, I got jealous. I can admit it. Was it a little rage adjacent? Okay, it was a little sabotagey. Okay, fine. I'll admit it. I got jealous of Tan because he was slaying over there. And so I ran over. I put my hands in his stuff. I literally ruined his station. I ruined his station and I cost him the game. Okay. And I own it. And I'm sorry. And I apologized. And I don't know what else to do to make it right, Tan. But now you're out here on PBS refusing to make me
I know what
your
you
love
could do
language.
about it. You could tell me what you'd make me if I came to your house to dinner.
Well, now who knows?
I would make you a Sunday roast for Tanny. I'd make a nice Sunday roast for Tanny.
I've never seen you cook a thing.
Well, my husband, I would oversee. I would. When Diane Keaton says in First Wives Club, they're like, "You starched his shirts," and she's like, "I oversaw it. I oversaw it. Which is hard. It's taxing."
Yeah, you're married to a Brit. Do you guys do a Sunday roast?
Yeah, no, actually, Marky has taken the last 4 years to like really get a Yorkshire pud together because it doesn't act the same way in America.
Yeah.
And so he has successfully made like a gorgeous Yorkshire pud now, but it's really my husband also loves pavlova. He makes a lot. He loves pavlova. Yeah, he makes a really good one. I do not know what is going on with this camera. It has truly lost its mind. That was the biggest zoom out it's done of the whole morning.
Yeah, because it knew you were saying something dramatic. You were talking about a pavlova. Like, what?
And like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm doing like the pandemic thing where I'm wearing pajama pants right now. So I feel like it's trying to expose you of like what's going on in the deep background.
Like, keep my t-shirt dress off camera, you Apple.
You guys have recorded the show in several cities across America. What was your favorite city to be in for eating? Because it seems like you're kind of posted up there for a little bit.
I'm not going to lie, Vegas was, because we kept going to a place called Lotus of Siam, and they had this crab leg thing that was one of the best things I've ever had. So Vegas.
I do think too, for me, like New Orleans didn't get a fair shake because I was on my I was on this like very health kick at the time where I was like,
you used to bring in your lunch every day.
No, I did. Like, I did not even take that opportunity to like indulge the way that I could have or should have.
It was so annoying.
But Vegas, though, I cannot believe I did not contract gout. I became so addicted to crab legs to this day. I have not stopped talking about it for a year.
It's crazy.
The crab leg, and I will tell you where. Lakeside at the Wynn has the best Alaskan king crab legs you have ever put in your mouth. It
on
was
your legs.
Oh my God. No, they were so good there. I loved the buffet. I loved Lotus of Siam. I did not go to any place that I just had the best food in Vegas. It really was the chicken fingers.
I know the chicken fingers. I know. You loved it all.
I've been saying I want a buffet to come back. Like, bring back the Sizzler, but make it fancy for everybody, everywhere.
Just go to Vegas, honey. They do it. And then where was that place we went for my birthday, Tan? That one place with that macaroni and cheese with the noodles.
And was it called Arabella's or something?
It was really chic.
Lovely.
Jonathon, you've become a little farmer since the pandemic. Tell me, how is your garden doing this year?
Our garden really slayed this year. We had really successful eggplants, sweet potatoes. And I planted this pumpkin patch before we went to Vegas this year. And then I just like let it go. And normally like I tended the pumpkins better, but I was out of town. So then when I got back, the leaves looked pretty healthy, but they just weren't fruiting. And then there's this whole thing in Texas with like these things called squash borer vine moths, which like murder pumpkins. Then they got the droops, which I was like, oh, I think they got attacked by that. So I just kind of wrote those off. But the patch was still patching. It was still big, but some of the leaves were dying. I just like, it won't come to any pumpkins this year. But we had to like clear out the patch, and hiding, I'm going to show you a picture. And hiding within the patch was the biggest, coolest pumpkin that I had not seen all season. And it's probably like the third biggest pumpkin I've ever grown.
Are you doing something other than like pumpkin carving with it? Are you making something with it?
Look how big that green pumpkin is.
Pumpkin.
I had the same question, Tan. I was wondering that too. Is this a carver? Do you eat it? Do you just gaze upon it?
Yeah, we make purees. We don't like carve them. We make pumpkin puree. We've done that every year. But yeah, this year's like eggplants, pumpkins were really good. And then peppers. But yeah, the garden was great. Texas like slays a garden.
Since you started seriously growing a garden, has it changed the way you cooked?
We do cook with the stuff that we grow, but it really just made me, this is like random, but it made me appreciate trees a lot more. Like I just noticed things growing more than what I ever paid attention to before. That's like when I became obsessed with like bugs and nature and trees was when I started gardening.
And that was Tan France and Jonathon Van Ness's Leftovers. The new season of Queer Eye is streaming right now on Netflix, and you can get tickets to their live touring show in February. It's called Queer Eye Fab 5 Live. The Leftovers and Your Last Meal are both products of Seattle's Cascade PBS. This episode was mixed and mastered by Sarah Bernard. The show was created, hosted, and co-produced by me. Original theme music by Prom Queen. And Your Last Meal is now flying the friendly skies. You can find episodes of the show on Alaska Airlines and the in-flight entertainment, along with other fantastic Cascade PBS TV shows like Out and Back and Moss Back. I'm Rachel Bell, and this is The Leftovers.